Hello, and welcome back. Today, I've missed you all, and I'm here with some stories for you. So let's get straight into this one. And if you're here for the first time, thank you for tuning in. So let's get straight into this. We have a story from betterup.com where they have given us an update on when we will see the Duke of Sussex next. So we have this release that says, today, BetterUp, the human transformation company and inventor of digital coaching, announced Uplift 2023, an immersive two-day summit where CHROs and CXOs and other executives will hear firsthand from renowned leaders, luminaries, and researchers about how transformation is key in building a thriving business today and tomorrow. Human transformation is at the heart of driving positive mental health in the workplace, fostering impactful leaders, maintaining high-performing teams, and transforming organizations at large. Taking place on March the 7th in San Francisco, the immersive summit will feature the exchange of ideas and inspirational conversations, delivering unparalleled insights for leaders around talent retention, growth, and how to best enable managers to lead high-performing teams throughout the current climate of change. The event will also explore the latest trends in AI, research around resilient workforces, the intersection of well-being and performance, and ultimately how to foster human transformation at scale. So they also go on to say that, quote, businesses are increasingly faced with the need to improve performance, all while navigating uncertainty and evolving talent pool and challenging economy. End quote. And this was said by Alexei Robichaud, the CEO and co-founder of BetterUp. He went on to say, quote, they are increasingly turning to digital transformation efforts to boost the agility and productivity of their businesses. But all of this can leave out the organization's most important asset, their people. Organizations truly transform by putting their people at the center of everything they do. With Uplift, we are in a unique position to bring together experts alongside the data and insights from more than 2 million coaching sessions on the predictors of performance and the science behind human transformation. So they've given their huge lineup that includes names that we know. We have Issa Rae. We also have Alexei Robichaud himself speaking. We have Adam Grant and, among others, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex. So it's a whole list of very well-known and successful people. They also have CHROs and leaders from Hilton, Chevron, UKG, the Federal Aviation Administration, the US Navy, and the US Air Force. And examples of the Uplift sessions will include: they will have attendees experiencing an intimate conversation between the actress, writer, producer, and CEO of Hooray, Issa Rae, and ultra-marathon runner, global fitness icon, and New York Times best-selling author Robin Azron, both of whom have undergone their own personal transformations as they reveal how they found strength and courage to disrupt the status quo and blaze new trails within their industries. So, of course, they've covered all the other programming that will be designed to inspire meaning and purpose in leaders and teams. They will also be talking transformation with tastemaker David Chang and BetterUp coach Marshall Goldsmith. And the release goes on to say that Majordomo Media and Momofuku founder David Chang will sit down with leadership coach, pioneer, and best-selling author Marshall Goldsmith for an insightful fireside discussion on David's transformational moments in his journey to become one of the most influential entrepreneurs in the food and beverage industry. So, there's a whole release here that goes on to talk about how they will also talk with the Chief Human Resource Officer of Hilton. And they will talk about how over the last 3 years, Hilton, and like many companies, saw team members working through professional, personal, and social stresses. Hearing from Laura Fuentes, CHRO of Hilton, on how the organization placed mental wellness and caregiving at the forefront of its employee experience. So Uplift, as they've said on this website, is designed to inspire meaning and purpose in leaders and teams, as well as share actionable and transformational strategies that will enable managers to boost productivity and drive performance. Those in attendance will uncover the insights, skills, behaviors, and mindsets teams and organizations need to stay not only aligned, motivated, and optimistic, but also to reach their potential. So that's something on the horizon. I'm so happy to share that with you. Prince Harry is booked and busy for this event and these immersive panels and workshops. And I love the fact that it's something that spans across so many industries, as you've heard me say there. They will be talking to people who are in the food and beverage industry. They will be talking to people who are pioneers, to actresses and producers in like Issa Rae. And it does just kind of cover quite an expansive segment of people's careers and organizations. And I love the fact that they will offer these peer perspectives that, according to Better Up, people will not get anywhere else. So once again, this will be taking place in San Francisco on March the 7th and the 8th, and Prince Harry will be appearing in his role as Chief Impact Officer at the startup Better Up. I love the fact that Meghan has a working husband. I always think about this clip that I saw in this show called Everybody Hates Chris, and the woman says, "My husband's got 2 jobs." So I love the fact that that just comes to mind right now. So I love the fact that he will be a guest speaker at this event. And he has been very committed to this organization in this whole role. And it is great to know that as we've learned so much about this couple, especially how they had to achieve their own financial independence. And I'm talking especially now about Prince Harry, who, as he said, especially in his book, that the purse strings were very much controlled by his father there as the then Prince of Wales, and all of the money flow being basically controlled, to having his own platform now where he can have this exchange of ideas, also offer insights for leaders and talent all around the world in various fields of, their own careers. So I think that is so amazing. This is cutting edge. They will be exploring the latest trends in AI and how that will impact the well-being of workforces and their performance, and that will be amazing. I think Prince Harry, that's just his whole niche right there. He's someone who's dealt with people on so many levels, especially as his, in his former work as a senior working member of the royal family, having been exposed to a lot of people in different communities. And now I think he can bring all of that experience to this, and how he's able to, connect with so many people in a very genuine way. So I'm really looking forward to that. So I wanted to share that story with you. Just knowing that I've missed you, also share your thoughts about this in the comment section below. So here's another story. Let's get straight into this one as well. We all know Prince Harry's book, Spare, has been breaking all kinds of records. Record breaker for sure. Earning him prestigious awards, not to mention the Guinness World Record for, what his book has done so far. But we've all heard this new story that has been coming out, that the royal's 15-hour-long self-narrated audiobook version of Spare has qualified him to be considered for the Grammys Best Audiobook, Narration, and Storytelling Recording category. So as I've said before, the book has been a commercial success. It has been a book that is critic-proof, and it doesn't even matter what the critics say about the book. It has been super-duper successful, despite the leaks, despite all of the stuff that came against it. Huge commercial success, as I said before, with the Guinness World Records confirming that his book sold 1.43 million copies on its first day, and that record was previously held by former President Barack Obama on his 2020 memoir, A Promised Land. So he has been doing fantastically. And if, in fact, he was considered for that prestigious Grammy Award that has been awarded to a number of other high-profile figures who narrated their own audiobooks, including Barack and Michelle Obama, Barack having won it twice, Quincy Jones, Maya Angelou, and Carrie Fisher, amongst others, it would truly put him on a whole new sphere. So I'm so excited. That would be truly fantastic. Prince Harry, by the way, missed the cut-off date for being nominated for the 2023 awards category, but he will qualify for consideration in the 2024 season. So that would be fantastic for him. He would be following in the footsteps of Obama, and you heard me say a lot of other huge names out there. There was that massive reception for its contents. As I said before, he has broken world records. He is a bestseller. He has been leading on multiple charts right there. And it has been a fascinating read for those who have purchased the book and even those who've just been consuming the content of it through people speaking about the contents of his book online or on, talk shows or on and on. It's been in pop culture. So it would be massively surprising if this book did not win in that category. And I cannot wait, by the way, to see if Guinness World Records as well will send over some kind of trophy to him. That would also be very newsworthy. So let me know your thoughts on this. And I wonder if, in fact, the Duke of Sussex and Meghan go to the coronation. I wonder if there would be any congratulations from, say, King Charles for, what he's done so far, because that is no mean feat to be able to have all of that behind his very first book. So I think that's just amazing. So let me know your thoughts on this story as well. Do you think that the Duke of Sussex will win a Grammy Awards if he is nominated for it? And do you believe, like me, the book cannot be ignored in that category? For in fact, it has already broken so many records on its own. So share your thoughts with me on that in the comment section below. And by the way, I would like to add this in here so we can just have a quick giggle. It's interesting to me to watch the coverage of this book that some people have said that the reason that we've not been seeing Meghan out and about is because, she, according to some tabloid outlets and some outlets, they are putting it out there in the press that Meghan is not happy about the book, quote, saying the book has undermined her brand, in quotes. And at the same time, I saw a story saying that Meghan herself was championing him to get that Grammy. So which is it? I think that some people are truly having that Meghan withdrawal. They need her out and about. And for me, I'm just happy if she's off having a good time with her kids and watching her husband doing his thing. She can basically say her husband has got, well, of course, more than, but to keep in line with the meme, he's got more than 2 jobs, right? He's got his own thing going on, providing for his family. So a lot of good things to look forward to on that end as well. So leave your thoughts on this in the comment section below. So as I've mentioned, whether King Charles would ever congratulate Prince Harry on, him having these amazing records with Spare, this is a fantastic segue into this story. There was a poll conducted by the Evening Standard, and this is their poll concerning whether or not Prince Harry and Meghan should go to the coronation. So this is what their article says, quote, "A majority of Britons say Prince Harry should be invited to the King's coronation," a new poll revealed on Friday. The Ipsos study for the Standard found 60% of adults believe the Duke of Sussex should be offered a place at the ceremony. But after the controversies sparked by his Spare autobiography, Netflix series, and other recent TV interviews, 30% believe he should not be invited. The crowning and anointment of King Charles III on Saturday, May the 6th, will be a part of a weekend of celebrations, which includes a procession from Buckingham Palace and a balcony appearance in a concert at Windsor Castle. The article goes on to say that the event will be watched by tens of millions of people around the world and will aim to show Britain at its best with the royal family center stage. So the poll found a striking age gap on whether he should be at the coronation. This is talking of Prince Harry. 3/4 of 18 to 34-year-olds say the prince should be invited, with 15% against. However, among the 55-plus age group, the split is 47% yes and 42% say no. For the 35 to 54 age group, the divide is 65% supporting Harry to get an invite, with 26% taking the opposite view. So the article goes on to say the survey comes amid claims that several senior royals do not want Harry and Meghan at the coronation. They are said to be concerned that private conversations could be made public. And the article goes on to say, quote, The coronation has also prompted a diplomatic headache because there will be a fraction of the 8,000 guests who came to the Queen's ceremony in 1953. The government will have to decide which VIPs will not be invited, end quote. So there you have it there. As I said before, this is a poll that was conducted by the Ipsos survey for the Standard that basically finds about 60% of adults believe that, Harry and of course Meghan should be offered a place at the ceremony. So let me know your thoughts on that below. As we all know, sometimes with these headlines that can be so clickbait and can be so, they have a narrative that they're trying to support, that the people of Britain are against the Sussexes. It's quite interesting here that this survey is saying quite the opposite. And I do believe that though there has been that persistent onslaught against the Sussexes, especially Meghan, trying to craft a narrative that they have been in the past, especially Meghan, difficult or pushy, and trying to craft this perspective that even the public are turned against them and want them to be quiet. All in all, I do believe the people of the UK, they terribly love Prince Harry. And if you can just cast your mind back to how they received Meghan when, especially on the royal wedding, and how they all came out and just loved on this couple, it took quite a lot to try and craft that narrative that the people did not like them. And once again, this does show that all of that has just not worked. There is a special place in the hearts of people for the Duke of Sussex and whoever he was going to take to wife. And Meghan, of course, has warmed people's hearts. And I think a lot of people have been able to see through all of the noise or propaganda that has been largely in part to pull them down and uplift other people there. So that did not take. And people love this couple. Remember the reception they had in Germany as they were ramping up for the Invictus Games that's going to be out this year. I think that cannot be ignored. People all over the world, as this article have pointed out, will be looking at this event. Who knows, how many will be. And with the Sussexes coming aboard, the interest will just be through the roof. I think we can all agree to that. So let's see what happens. All in all, I say this is King Charles's big day, and the buck stops there. I would like to hopefully, ever the optimist, my prayer is that all of this will just work out, and I'm just hoping for the best. So share your thoughts on this poll survey that has indeed found that 60% of adults believe that the Sussexes should be offered a place at the ceremony. Share your thoughts about that in the comment section. I would love to know your thoughts. And before we go on to thanking my supporters of this channel, I wanted to add this here. There was a story that came out in the Independent where Mandela once again wrote about her grandfather, Nelson Mandela, and she elaborated in that piece that there was that story, as we all know, there people had accused her of criticizing the Sussexes of, quote, profiteering from her grandfather's name. And she says in the Independent article, she says this, quote, "I was shocked because it was false. I had never accused Harry and Meghan of doing this. Instead, I was misquoted, leading to global news coverage that weaponized my name and the name of my grandfather," end quote. And she, as we all know, she strongly came out against that even before. Yeah, so this caught my attention because the story did come out today, and as of recording this about an hour ago. So it's wonderful to see her once again speaking up again. She has strongly felt that there has been a commercial exploitation of her grandfather's legacy. She's talked about in the past that people around the world sell t-shirts with her grandfather's face on them and they profit from him. But she did not attribute that at all to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. So it's great to see her once again speaking up about the fact that she did not ever criticize Harry and Meghan, and she said this a while ago in a Newsweek article that she, quote, admired Prince Harry and Meghan, end quote. And she went on to say that the concerns about the exploitation of Nelson Mandela's legacy were wrongly twisted to fuel an ongoing backlash against Meghan Markle. And she sees it. She spoke about the fact that it is quite obvious that there was that imbalance in the way that people portray her, and the relentless onslaught against Meghan has, quote, began to make sense to her. when she considers a lot of inequality. So it's wonderful once again to see her speaking out about that again. So I wanted to share this with you, share your thoughts on all these stories in the comment section below. Before we log off, as always, a special thank you to those who support this channel financially. Thank you to my Patreon, PayPal, and membership supporters. I would like to say a heartfelt thank you. And I want to give a shout out to a couple of you here. A heartfelt thank you to Arnold Sanders. Thank you so much for giving to this channel. God bless you. And a special thank you to Rochelle Cherry. Rochelle, thank you for your comments, your love, and your support. It truly means so much to me. And to Regenia Means Bonds, I appreciate you, and I say thank you so very much for choosing to come along with me on this YouTube journey. Thank you for all the ways that you engage on this channel. And Marcela Burasova, I want to say that I'm so grateful to God for you every day, and I pray for God to bless you. And now a special thank you to those who gave during the last live. Thank you to Nutty Doctor. Thank you for your super chat. I appreciate your giving. You've always been so generous towards this channel. Thank you. Thank you. And a special thank you to those who gave super thanks. Thank you to R.R. Carter. Thank you for that generous donation through super thanks. I appreciate you for your generosity. God bless you. Once again, thank you to all who support this channel financially. Leave your thoughts on these stories in the comment section below. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Let YouTube know you enjoyed what you watched. It does help out the channel. I love you all. Have a great day wherever you are, and I will catch you in the next one. Have a blessed one.